In a recent column, British critic Stephen Jones voiced strong criticism against South Africa's head coach, Rassie Erasmus, labelling him arrogant for the Springboks' continued use of the bomb squad strategy. This tactic involves stacking the bench with forwards, allowing South Africa to deploy fresh power players in the second half. The strategy gained attention in the 2019 Rugby World Cup, where a 6-2 bench split became a key part of South Africa's game plan. 4 years later, they even upped the intensity with a 7-1 split, using it successfully against the All Blacks. Please subscribe this channel to support us. Erasmus revisited the strategy recently in the Autumn Nations Series game against Scotland, opting to field only one back, scrum half Grant Williams, among the replacements, while 6 forwards were brought on simultaneously. Jones criticised this approach, describing it as unlovely and arrogant, and argued that the Springboks' reliance on power-based replacements is harmful to the sport. He called on World Rugby to limit the number of replacements to prevent the brutality and physical toll this style of play imposes. Jones explained that the increasing mass of rugby players and the constant influx of fresh power players on the field is making the sport more dangerous, potentially increasing the risk of injuries and health issues among players. His solution: significantly reduce the number of substitutions. He suggested teams should be limited to 4 forward replacements and 1 back, as a way to encourage players to train for endurance and create more open play on the field. This debate around the Springboks strategy isn't new. Figures like Matt Williams and Keith Wood raised similar concerns during the last Rugby World Cup, arguing that rugby was losing its spirit by allowing so many substitutions. Jones also suggested that the limitation of replacements would revive the utility back role, players who could adapt to multiple positions like Austin Healey. He believes this approach would bring back the life-giving, tempo-changing style of rugby that could make the game safer and more engaging. Ultimately, Jones is calling for change, urging World Rugby to defuse the bomb squad and restore the game's original intent, a test of endurance, skill, and resilience rather than a battle of raw power.